Yeah, we're live.
We
All
are
right.
alive.
Well, welcome everyone. Another Saturday, another builder session. Looks like every week we add more people. So thank you everyone who actually showed up on a Saturday morning. Um, we definitely try to use these sessions to uh, provide value, especially to those that are willing to show up every week. We're hoping to continue iterating on things that we're building, and with the hopes of establishing a method of building these things out with agents that's repeatable. Um, to give a bit of a recap, on last week, we had Pooja, mortgage broker, come in and kind of explain her experience in her industry of of handling mortgages, issuing loans to people, or the process, the entirety of the process. I'm not going to go too much into the details of the nitty gritty of it. But she basically proposed a number of things that could help her from like a solution standpoint for lead generation, amongst other things, organization, um, a way to kind of have clients come in, establish some type of score on how much of a fit they are with the mortgage broker, as well as just understanding some of the challenges that people go through in the industry, right? Like for example, if I were to come into the real estate, if I were to come in looking for a property, I'll go to a realtor, but maybe that's not always the place that you'd start at. Um, uh, Sorry, I got distracted by the chat. But yeah, so
I
a
think
bit of a
the near AI fan guy couldn't hear, so I told him to get out and come back in.
okay. All right, thank you, Pooja. Um, so just a bit of a recap on Build City and Near Legion. I do this every time. Build City has existed since 20 end of 2023, 2024. We've done a number of boot camps, a number of workshops, virtual and in person, as well as participating in incubators in San Francisco with the intent to build up a community of builders, empower them, establish methods of creation, as well as creating a fun environment where people can, enjoy themselves and create things of value. Um, Within, we've known Rhyme and we've worked with Near for some time, and things have been coming together where we can work with Near Legion to establish this kind of structure in New York. We are one of the major nodes in Near Legion ecosystem. Really, we want to create this like builder mentality, this mentality of providing agency to people, giving them the hope and the ability and the tools to create real things for problems that are out there, and working together for some time. And things are looking good. They're improving every single day, and these builder sessions to help establish that method of building. Um, uh, we do two things here. Number one, we look to identify real problems, uh, and number two, we try to establish how to create those things. And then three, we spend some of the time actually building. And you're gonna notice that same process today as well. So one thing, Ryan, can we can we mute whoever's speaking? All right, thanks. Um, so yeah, we can go into. I set up a bit of a plan of action today, so I'll share my screen. Cool. All right. So this was a scope document that Nav put together last week. This was based off of the conversation that we had with Pooja, right? Her outlining her experience in her field, and then some of the challenges that she's seen, and the potential opportunity for us to use these agentic frameworks to create something that makes her life simpler and also brings in additional clients. So this is the plan of action I'm thinking, right? We'll start with like a recap of what we're looking to build. We'll establish a date for our first deliverable. We'll understand what the details on that deliverable should be and who should see it, if it's Pooja, if it's other people in her industry. And 4, we want to utilize these weekly sessions, the near builder community, IRL events, and social exposure to build out these deliverables. So the thought process behind that is that we could kind of do 3 things, right? With 2 of them being clearly outlined. One is obviously we can use these sessions every week to kind of like build out things that could potentially be those deliverables, like something of actual substance that is usable. Those are going to probably be messy. And I think I like that because it'll show like what the struggles are that we might encounter as we do these things. And because we're doing these virtually, we can kind of tap into builders and others on the call to try to like get through some of the challenges that might come by. The other one is the near builder community as a whole. They have a platform where you can kind of post what you're looking to build, and we can ask the near builder community to propose potential solutions to the problems that we outline. And this can be, we can use our social channels to kind of expose this request that we put on the near builder website. And then the IRL events, right? So that one we'll speak a bit more about it as it gets structured, but we could definitely have those IRL events built around like creating an actual solution. So the what could possibly happen is that we end up having like multiple different deliverables. Like we might have a couple of different MVPs basically, and the idea is that like Pooja and whoever else in her network can try out these different MVPs and decide which one works best, right? Like which one of those solutions work best, like what seems the most hopeful, and then we can see how to build around those, right? Maybe we tap into those builders, maybe we bring additional people, like we'll see what comes as we move forward. And then of course we're going to keep on iterating weekly. We'll use these Saturday sessions. Other things will come up along the way as well as we build around this. But the idea is to continue doing this until we actually establish a structure on how to build this from 0 to 100. So, any thoughts from anyone? No, Pooja.
No, I'm just excited. Let's get started.
No, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's go.
Okay. I love the enthusiasm.
Yeah, let's see how quickly we can solve Pooja's problem.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
So, one of the ways we can do a recap, right, is to actually look at Ironclaw. So last week, we had essentially taken the proposal that Nav, Pooja, and the rest of the team put together, and we fed it to ChatGPT. And we essentially asked ChatGPT to put together a prompt that we could feed Ironclaw, and in the hopes that we can, create some type of outline, some type of plan. And it generated this like huge piece of text that we don't want to use as a prompt because you're going to burn through tokens. That's not the goal here, right? You want to establish a good way to use your tokens conservatively. They cost money. So we asked it to give a brief prompt that wouldn't spend a high amount of tokens, and it created this much simpler prompt. So we copied it and we gave it to Ironclaw.
Hey, Tony, I think, are you sharing the screen?
I was, yeah.
Yeah, I think it has disappeared again.
Okay.
This is the
I
glitch.
can't see it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll share it again. Might have to reach out to StreamYard and figure out this problem.
Yeah, I think this has been happening for us for quite a bit.
Yeah. Welcome everyone who just joined. We're just getting started here, doing a bit of a recap.
Here we go. I can see that now.
Thank you. Okay. So we created this prompt with ChatGPT, not too long. But basically, this is what we did, right? We said create a concise implementation plan for an Ironclaw powered tool that helps mortgage brokers generate and qualify leads. Then we asked a few things that the MVP should do, right? Generate the leads by crawling the internet, enrich contact and business information, draft personalized outreach and follow-ups, ask basic mortgage pre-qualifying questions, calculate preliminary DTI. Pooja, is this debt to income ratio, right?
Debt to income. Yeah.
Okay. Debt to income and affordability. And score leads as hot, warm, cold, or not ready. We'll probably establish some way to do that, like some type of score that says this is a good fit, this is kind of a good fit, this is not, and this is just not, they're just not ready. And then, well, the next point kind of goes into that. Explain the score and recommend the next action. Send a short summary to the mortgage broker for review. Then we said provide the simplest MVP workflow, the required Ironclaw agents, tools, integrations, a basic lead database structure, lead scoring, a DTI logic, human approval, compliance safeguards, a phased build plan from prototype to working MVP. So we
I
went
think it
on.
stopped sharing your screen
Yeah, it is again disappeared.
like a second ago.
See it anymore. Yeah.
Sorry, everyone. This is a StreamYard problem. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
If anyone has any questions, comments, anything at all, just stop me along the way.
Can I? It's a question about the project that is very, very different.
I'm sorry, Gila. We can't quite hear you, or at least I can't quite hear you.
Can you hear me now?
A bit
because
better.
I'm using. Okay. Let me just switch.
Okay.
Now, is it better?
Much clearer, yeah.
Much
Okay.
better.
Okay. I have this. It happened that 6 months ago I was about to do some, because I'm a teacher, okay, and I wanted to do some course, some class about DeFi and about like some mechanics of DeFi that are not well known, and basically people didn't really respond in a good way because they think that trading is they don't think ethically good about trading, but they reached out to me like 2 weeks ago for AI. And I happened to have a lesson built up for about AI that I created. Was my last lesson that I did like 2 years ago. So I updated it with the last stuff. You know, how to train a model, how to write a prompt, how to install a skill. You know. But in the meantime, I was speaking with a dev, which is my friend from this community, and because it's a huge community, there's some 20-year-old guys that are really interested in this lesson. So I pointed to Ironclaw because it's privacy, because there is privacy there. Okay. And I would like to teach something that is ethically correct to these people. And so Ironclaw, it's a good choice for privacy.
Yeah, to that point. I think sometimes it's good to point out like one of the major benefits of Ironclaw is its focus on privacy. And that's going to be valuable even in this case, right? Like you want to make sure, however we end up touching people's data, that it's done in a secure and data privacy focused way. So
that's huge. That's huge. I mean, it's a huge point. I've been some people from Starknet reached out to me like last week because they want to fund the projects that have the features, the privacy feature of Ironclaw. Okay, so that's a good leverage if people have ideas, you know. And I want these guys, these young 20 years old guys, to have ideas. Okay, and that's why I want to teach Ironclaw.
That's interesting. I mean, would you be interested in maybe doing it on these sessions? We could have some time maybe in the future.
Yeah. I mean, I would really be honored. But what I'm building is a video game to do that.
Interesting. Nice.
So, I mean, I was looking for some documentation from you, but if you want me to do a lesson, I would gladly do that. I mean, it's because I already have the lesson ready because I did it like 2 years ago and I updated it, and it's very cool. It's a cool lesson because it's based on some artist's work, so it's somehow it's inspiring.
Yeah, I mean, I love that. I mean, you seem like you come from a place of experience and you have a unique kind of edge to things, right? From the artist gamer perspective. So if you're interested, you can reach out to us and Rhyme, and we can figure out something.
Okay. I am on Telegram, so I am Jilt on Telegram. I'm Jiltcraft here.
Well,
but yeah.
Drop it in the chat, actually.
Okay.
Well,
yes, I'm gonna reach out on Telegram and not interrupt you anymore.
No, it's
Thank
okay.
You.
This is great. I mean, this was the type of interruption that we need. So if you,
I think this is definitely the kind of discussion that we really want. I think this validated some of our thought process as well. I think day before yesterday.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. I think the whole idea that you brought up is that how we can have a structured way for people to learn about these kind of framework, which is more privacy focused, right? So definitely, I think we have something in pipeline that we are thinking. Would love to get your feedback as well. And yeah, happy as Tony mentioned that anything. This is not the forum where we come from the expert point of view, right? We all as a community have something to share with the community. So happy to you can ping me, Tony, or Ryan. We can see that how we can have some of the things that you already have and take that into consideration to build on top of it, or how we can leverage. So happy to see that.
Okay. And by the way, Ironclaw is a very good project. Okay. I know Ilya because I've been working for NIR in the past years, and Ironclaw, it's good.
Yeah, thank you.
So, someone clip that. Ryan, clip
Good to
that.
hear that.
Am I sharing my screen?
Not yet. Yeah, I think you have to do it again.
Okay. Ryan, you there?
Yeah, what's up?
Can you
What I
can you
miss?
share my screen again? Thank you.
Hey, it really doesn't give me a chance to multitask, does it?
Yeah, we gotta figure out something. Might just need someone who's dedicated to this. Okay. So and then we fed that prompt over to Ironclaw. After we generated it with ChatGPT. I always like to use like 1 or 2 LLMs when I'm creating anything. And each one is dedicated to a different thing. So Ironclaw created an MVP workflow, which I thought was pretty solid. It says daily cron, which is going to be a crawl scrape, and then it enriches the data, produces a score, drafts the outreach, and then sends the summary to the broker. And then it also sends it to the broker for their review and approval. And then it goes into like a 5 different steps for the entirety of this. It has the crawl, which searches public business directories, recent mortgage inquiries, real estate listings for agent referrals, enriches the data, so fills in company size, role, location, estimated home value range. We can figure out what else we might need. Produces a score and a debt to income ratio. It runs preliminary affordability based on public signals. And then it drafts a personalized email or text template per lead. And then it'll send the report to the broker via Telegram or Slack. I like this a lot because we've done this, and this is one of the easiest things that you can do with Ironclaw is for it to communicate with Telegram, maybe even WhatsApp, because that's more universally used here in New York. So before we continue with Ironclaw, we want to establish like a deadline, right? So let's say with Ironclaw that the MVP workflow ends up being this, right? This entire thing that it generated. We want to establish a deadline of when we want to create that. When we want to have actual MVP, and then just a detail on what who should see it, right? Who should be the people that see it? Who are the users? Who's going to judge it, and how will they judge it? And how do they get back to us? I think that's one of the crucial things here. Maybe we'll start with that. Pooja, if an MVP was created, obviously you're the first person that should see it, right? You're the first user.
Yeah, I may have one other person that could try it with me, but I would like to be like the one person that tries it first and then optimize it a little bit before we show other people.
Yeah, I think I agree. So maybe you see it. It could even be like publicly shown. Like we could do a virtual session where you check out the product, and then you just start outlining like what just doesn't work, what does work, what looks good. Maybe even for the UI perspective, if it's too hectic, we can kind of understand how to try to make it a little more fluid. and then also we'll try to understand how to confirm what is a good potential client and what's not a good client, right? So if it does produce a score per person, we should be able to verify it, right? Like we'll go back into the data and say, okay, these things are true, right? And now like we understand why it gave that specific score. And if it's a case where that score doesn't make sense, then that's something that we're going to have to look into and understand why it produced that score. So okay, you're the first user. We show it to you, and you give us that initial feedback. We fine tune it, and we show it to other people in your industry as well. That seems like a good plan. So that's established, right? You're the first user. So when do you think should be the date? Nuv, would you say 4 weeks from now is reasonable? Nuv, you there?
I was gonna say 30 days. Yeah.
30 days? Okay. Let me share my screen again. Rhyme, can you bring me up? Thank you. Okay, so what's the first Saturday of September, or what's 4 weeks from now? What's that date? Can someone help me out with that?
August 29th.
Okay, thank you, Jose. August 29th. So that's 4 Saturdays from now. Okay, so we have the goal to produce an MVP by August 29th, or multiple MVPs, depending on who decides to also contribute to this. We definitely want to have something ourselves as well. And then the details are that we essentially build around the plan that Iron Claw created. No, I'm just gonna copy and paste the MVP that Iron Claw outlined to this document.
Sure.
All right. Shoot. That's not good.
Your API keys are exposed.
Well, that's okay, whatever. But I also ended up clearing the entire chat history. It's okay. We're gonna have to copy this prompt again and feed it to Ironclaw and have it generate the same or a similar plan. It doesn't really matter. We haven't started just yet. So Ironclaw will generate it, and this time we'll make sure that we have it on paper. It's going to be generally the same, though. We'll let it think. Am I still on screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. So how are you guys? How did your guys' week go? Did it go good?
Yeah, good and productive, I guess.
Okay, that was pretty quick.
Is Tony talking?
No. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay. Okay. So it did create this simplest MVP workflow. It's a bit different, but it says broker defines the target criteria, location, loan types, LTV range, DTI max. Tool scrapes public sources, raw leads stored in workspace memory. Tool enriches each lead, business name, address, phone, website, estimated revenue. Agent drafts personalized email / LinkedIn outreach per lead. The prospect replies. Agent asks 5 pre-qualifying questions: income, debts, down payment, credit range, property value. The agent calculates DTI, affordability, assigns score, and then recommends next action. And the summary is sent to broker for review approval before any outbound contact. I like that actually. I actually kind of like this better than the other one. So that's good. Why do I keep doing that? I'm so sorry. All right, that's the last time. It's my keyboard. It's built for a different operating system. Why does it keep doing that?
I think the screen is disappeared again.
Oh, Pooja, a couple of people might be backstage. Rhyme.
We are only limited to 10 people on the stream or on stage.
Yeah, I think we're at 5 right now.
So you should also have access to be able to add and move people on stage now that you're on the account.
Yeah, I was looking at it. It's still showing me as a guest. I might have to check that out after. All right. It's all right. We're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Okay. So crawl, enrich, score, draft, review, and send.
You forgot the L in crawl.
Oh, thank you. I have an idea. Turn this into text. Okay, so we have a simple MVP plan over here in this document, and we'll start to implement from here. By the way, if anyone has any suggestions along the way on how we should do this, or any criticisms, feel free to interrupt me and provide your feedback. Okay, so it goes into like some of the different required Ironclaw components, the database structure, how the lead scoring and DTI logic should look like, human approval and compliance, phased build plan. Oh, it even has this cool. Oh, this is cool. All right, so let's actually build around this plan. It has a 4-week plan. I did not plan for that. I didn't expect
It's smarter than we expected.
It is smarter than we expected. Okay. All right, so phase 1, build a DTI calculator, WASM tool, set up lead database schema and memory workspace, create crawl routine, score leads with manual data entry. Nub, what do you think?
What's WASM?
Nub, you want to explain that better than me? It's a type of tool that uses WebAssembly. So it's
Oh, I understand. Okay.
Is Nub there, by the way? I can't quite see.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we again not able to see your screen.
Yeah, it just stopped like a second ago.
Okay. Ryan, can you share? Ryan, you there? All right, cool. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and let's start the phased build plan. Build the DTI calculator WASM tool. It's going to show a number of approvals. So you might see a pop-up here and there as it's putting this together. You know what could also be nice? So my ChatGPT already has been fed a number of a huge amount of information about Ironclaw. So based on phase 1 of the plan, how should we go about building it with Ironclaw? What prompts should we ask it? Make sure you're referencing Ironclaw docs. First, build a working manual prototype inside Ironclaw's workspace. Then turn the DTI calculation into a WASM tool after the workflow and formula confirmed. So it has a different approach of actually outlining the workspace structure. Let's see what Ironclaw comes up with, and we'll reference ChatGPT's output and see if which one makes more sense, or if there's any correlation between the two. You can see the list of all the tools here on the right. It's interesting. Tool shell was rejected. The agent not executed. Continue building the DTI calculator from
It
where.
stopped sharing just a second ago.
Oh. Oh shit. Pooja, what's your plan for today?
Probably hang out with some college friends and clean up.
Do a cleanup.
Yeah, I need to clean my apartment.
Oh,
Not
okay.
with them, like after I leave them.
Hey guys, come over.
Yeah. Yeah, hey guys, come over. I have a game. How about you? What are you guys doing today?
Honestly, I haven't planned out my day much. After this, I'll probably hit the gym, and I might go to Philly this weekend. So
Oh,
I have to plan that out.
that's fun.
I don't know if you know this, but we are currently smack dab in the middle of the weekend. So if you want to get to Philly, might be a decision you might want to make soon.
You said we're at smack dab in the weekend.
Yeah.
According to my calendar.
Yeah, New York is super close, so I could just like show up.
Yeah, it's like 2 hour or 1 hour train ride, hour and a half train ride.
Yeah, it's basically like you're going from one end of New York to the other. It's equivalent to that. So it's not too much to say like I'll go in the morning and come back in the afternoon or evening. Yeah, this is taking time. It's in step 4 of its thinking, so sounds promising.
Exciting.
Pooja, how does this like interface here look like to you? Like, does it feel sci-fi or something?
Iron Man. Yeah, like Iron Man is doing something.
Yeah, I like this one a lot.
It's like Jarvis.
Yeah.
Close, Pooja. Iron Claw.
Iron Claw, which is a cool name to really fuck with it. But it looks like it's like hi-fi, like I wouldn't understand it, but then you actually read it, it's actually pretty simple. But the design looks really like
Yeah.
complex.
Yeah, you could just have it running like somewhere and someone's gonna think, oh, this guy's a genius. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. If you have this shit on your coffee, like at a cafe, people are gonna think you're like hacking the fucking government.
We don't want that.
Did anybody see Spider-Man yet?
Isha saw it yesterday. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it yet. I want to.
I heard it's really good.
Yeah. What was your favorite Marvel? Iron Man.
I like Iron Man. It's good. I don't know. Let me think about it.
I like Doctor Strange.
I like Doctor Strange. Yeah, that's probably my favorite.
Fave.
The whole like spiritual stuff I always relate to. So
And the different dimensions, yeah, so cool.
100%. Iron Claw is good from like the tech standpoint, right? And he's supposed to be like not saying I support or don't support this guy, but he's supposed to be based off of Elon Musk actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think the more time it takes, the more like nice the results are, I feel like.
Yeah, I think it's
I
trying
can't
to.
hear you. Get out.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, the screen is not visible, but I can hear you.
Okay. Ryan, can you share my screen again? Okay, nice. The DTI calculator is built and verified. Here's what you've got. Phase 1 complete. Phase 1 complete. The whole phase? Okay, so it says tools/DTI calculator contains file, what it does, core engine, DTI ratios, affordability, tiering, confidence, reasoning, run.py, CLI, which is the calculate test score. That's cool. It created a command line interface. And then a whole bunch of other things as well. Verify tiers work correctly. I guess it verified if the tiers work correctly. The build software Wasm builder is available in this environment, so I built it as a Python script ready to convert to Wasm when the builder is working. The logic is identical, ready for phase 2. How can I interact with what you built in phase 1? You interacted with through the run.py CLI. Here's how. Calculate estimate income. Turn this full JSON with DTI tier. The files live in IronClaw's memory workspace, not in your local file system. Can I run the Python commands directly here, or do I need to transfer it to my local directory? Oh, my back. Spelled Python wrong. Which the idea is that we can interact with the different parts of this directly on this interface that you see, like this sci-fi interface, and check like what works and what doesn't work, and then eventually we'll have like a really nice website that for the actual MVP. So we're making sure like all the logic and stuff works.
Got it.
I just wanted to make that clear, so you don't think you're using this sci-fi thing for.
No, yeah, I understand. I used V0 the other day and it was good. Like it took time, but it made the post that I needed really well without any editing. Like maybe once or twice I had to tell it to fix it, but not anything crazy.
So you had mentioned that you were having trouble understanding how to get those images. Did you end up asking ChatGPT for help, or?
Yeah, I asked ChatGPT. It gave me a couple troubleshooting things, and then the one that worked was just opening it on a computer.
Okay. Right. No need to paste the full source again. The files are all saved in iColor's memory space. Here's the quickest way to get them to the machine. What? Option 2, I can write them in a local directory if this environment supports it. Want me to try writing the files to a local path you specify so you can grab them from there. I can write them to a local directory if this environment supports it. Copy paste from previous response. Okay, I think I might pause it here. I'm probably gonna have to look at this a bit more and see what it actually created. But as a recap, essentially it built out phase one. Maybe that's a good rule of thumb. We have it build out the phases. I can test it throughout the week and see what works in the phase and what doesn't work. And then we can start the next session basically showing how the previous phase looks like and what does run, what doesn't run. And then we'll work on the next phase, if that sounds good to everyone.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
a good plan.
Yeah, I don't want to like mess up anything that's already done here. So I just want to slow down a bit and take the week to see what the next steps are. Oh, and I think on cue it stopped sharing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, thank you everyone who joined. Babek, did you want to say anything or have any comments?
Nah, but it's really interesting with my local space. So I just hearing you building something about like selling homes. Yeah.
Essentially, yeah. So
Yeah.
Pooja is the subject matter expert here, and she basically outlined some of the challenges around mortgages and her mortgage broker industry, and we're essentially working towards building something out for her to use and for her industry to use.
Yeah, it's really interesting if we can ship it and we can try it also in Indonesia on the local brokers, right? On validating leads, like there is many like luxury homes in Lampung, but we don't have any buyers right now
Interesting.
because most of the liquidity or the high net worth individual in Lampung is directed their money to like Jakarta. So this really an untapped region to explore with, I think. But when I
That's
talk with,
awesome.
well, yeah, when I talk with the local community in Indonesia, and I think they had also similar approach on this, like validating first on the leads before we actually propose it to the bank, right? Because if you don't have an eligible lead for the financing or stuff, and you don't have any lead, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a waste of time otherwise. So we're trying to optimize it to make sure it tells us like if it's a good lead or hot or cold. But how much are like the luxury homes in Indonesia right now? I'm interested.
Mm,
Like
it
in US
start
dollars.
in US. Sorry, in rupiahs, it's about 2 million rupiahs. It's about, wait a minute. I think rupiahs is about 18,000. Wait, 2 million divided by dollars value. So we got about 120 120,000
Thousand.
US dollar. Yeah,
That's
something like
amazing.
that's the luxury home in Lampung.
And is that like you get kind of like a nice view by the water?
Nice view, very premium, nice view in Lampung.
I know a
It's
lot of
actually
people that are like foreign investors that buy properties in like other places like Aruba and DR and put it for Airbnb. So I'd love to connect with you too. Are you in that industry?
I'm not in that industry, but I think their brokers is really struggling to sell homes there because like there is no not many
Buyers, yeah.
buyers. Yes,
The
in
buyers are
Jakarta.
international probably because people
Yeah,
are, out here.
the
That's a
the
great
buyers.
price.
Yeah, that's a great thing. I think how to get foreign buyers to local home in Lampung. That's actually a good pitch.
What is the place called? LANCOME?
LAMPUNG, Lampung.
Lampang. Okay, got you.
Yeah, that's the satellite city from Jakarta.
Yeah, that's awesome. Maybe we can try this out in other places as well and see how it works.
Stay tuned every Saturday at 10 a.m. U.S. time or New York time.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, exactly. Before we hop off,
And maybe next time you can send the link to any brokers you know in Indonesia that might want to watch the progress of this too.
smart,
Sure.
smart.
Sure. I think I have network in LinkedIn, but I don't really tapping on that. Maybe I will tapping on that like the next week.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Before we hop off, Ryan, can you share my screen one more time? So this is a platform that Near built. It's a Near Builder platform. And what we could do is basically, in addition to us building it every week, we could also create a
And
proposal
stop sharing.
right away. I usually have a couple minutes. I'm sorry, Ryan, that you got to go through this, but we'll figure out something. So like I was saying, there's this Near Builder platform. We can post projects onto this platform as well. We can go here and then we could post a new project, and basically we'll just title it, we'll add a description, and I'll basically create a request for someone to build out an MVP for the idea that we outlined. And then we can also promote this virtually. Sorry, not virtually. Promote this on Twitter and anywhere else so that people know that this idea has been pushed out there. And we'll see if somebody puts anything together. Maybe they have a plan for an MVP, or they might actually build something that could be useful. So this will be another pipeline for us to try to build out something for the problem you outlined, Pooja.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's a
I'll do
nice
that.
platform.
Yeah, I'll do that this week. But it's good because we can engage the entire Near community, all the builders. Okay, I think that's about it from me. Rhyme, any thoughts?
Nope. I think that we are good to go.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining. This was a great session. Outlined our thoughts a good amount. We got 4 weeks to build this out. I've got some homework to do myself, so we'll make sure we stay in touch with everyone and tune in every weekend to see the progression of this and everything else that we're working on. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Have a great day,
Thank
guys.
you. Have a great day.